Hello, this is a short video to go through a question on bond enthalpies. It is from a past paper from OCR F322 all the way back in June 2010, if I can speak. So question 1 part C, typical fare, they give you a molecule that you might not have heard of and then they give it another name. So you might have heard of acetylene torches. Ethine is the systematic name for it, and it is ethane single bond, ethene double bond, ethine triple bond. So you're told it completely combusts as shown in the equation below, and you're asked to calculate the enthalpy change of combustion of ethine. Well, enthalpy change of combustion is the energy change to completely react, well that's what we've got going here, 1 mole of a substance with oxygen, and we have 1 mole of it reacting with oxygen. So there's no tricks. The equation that's given is the right thing to use. So hopefully you have all now learned that the enthalpy change is the sum of all the bonds broken minus the sum of all the bonds formed. The crucial thing is to draw them out. And OCR have been a little bit tricky here because it looks like they've drawn them all out, but you realise that they've used some numbers that may trip some of you up. So for the first part, go through, dash them off. There are 2 CH bonds, so I've written that one in. There's 1 CC triple bond, left as it is, and then you're allowed just to multiply it by 2.5. So 2.5 oxygen bonds, which means 2.5 times 498. So if you put all of that together, the first mark for this, it's out of 3, is for getting 2,912 kilojoules per mole used to break all of those bonds. What about the new bonds that are being formed? Well, there's a water, there are 2 OH bonds, so that's 2 there. Careful, there's 2 CO in each of the molecules of carbon dioxide, but there are 2 of them. So that's probably the one that takes out most people. The fact that there's 4 of them, 4 times 805. So the second mark was for getting 4,148. If you are 1,610 short, you will still get error carried forward if you've laid it all out nicely. If you started writing here and spun it in a circle and chucked in a few hieroglyphics for good measure, you will not get any marks. Please, you're trying to persuade them to give you marks. Make it clear, lay it out. Equation, write the bonds, show you're working, make the steps clear. Now before I do the very final part, 2,912 is smaller than 4,148. More energy is being given out when the new bonds are formed than was required to break the original bonds, which means that overall you get a negative number, and overall it's an exothermic process because more energy was released than was required. So minus 1236 is your answer. Thank you.